Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. And it's a Monday night. It's the price variance. We have got Alan has been doing his picking, and we have got Pollitt's picks of the hottest Silver Age comics of last week from the Heritage sales. And I have to tell you guys, it is the usual suspects today on my channel. On Alan's channel, we did the first five. Four of them were down and one was up. The one that was up was the only DC comic we looked at. The other four were Marvel and they were all down. So just saying, you know.
Right. Not a good time to be a Marvel fan.
Not a big time to be a Marvel fan. Right. Okay. So let's crack on. Let's have a look at my screen. Here we go. And that's the last one we looked at on Alan's show and the first one on my show. Oh, here we go.
Another Spider-Man key.
Another Spider-Man key. How is this one? This is
Amazing Spider-Man 50, first appearance of Kingpin.
Indeedy.
And it's also a John Romita cover and just a classic cover.
Yeah,
so a whole bunch of stuff going for this book.
Nearly as many homages for this as there is for number 300. Right.
Yeah, I would say so. Beautiful cover.
First appearance, Kingpin, Origin of Spider-Man Retold. Oh, Johnny Carson and Egg McCone cameo. Didn't know that.
Wow. Who they are, we not sure, but yeah, it's cool that they're in there.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Carson was a TV host, wasn't he?
Oh, I know Johnny Carson, but yeah, but the other guy I wasn't sure about.
No.
It's probably another celebrity, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, a 9.0 as well. This is a high grade.
Yeah, it's a high grade.
5640 for a 9.0. What do you reckon, Alan? Up, down, sideways?
Down.
Down.
I'm guessing.
It's 4 out of 4.
Based on the price.
5 out of 5. Yeah, yes. So
and look at that spike. It's like
so this
it's like brutal.
15,915. The last sale was for 5.6. So you've lost £10,000 if you bought this in October 2021.
Wow, that is brutal. But it's actually maybe above the trend line or slightly around the trend line. I don't know.
It's slightly above it. I think slightly above it still. Potentially,
yeah.
Go down a bit more, maybe sub 5.
That'd be really sad.
Maybe.
It's a great book. It's just like,
book.
Yeah.
It is a great book, but it's still quite a lot above the Blip value.
Yeah. So what was the previous pre-Blip value?
Let's call it 3.8, something like that. So this is still a couple of grand above pre-Blip value. So
yeah, so probably closer to 4,000, maybe 4,500 on a good day.
Yeah. So I think this might fall a bit more. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's so sad. But I mean, if there's anything that will save this book, there is the new Daredevil series coming out.
Yeah,
and that will.
The guy who plays Kingpin's pretty good.
And yeah, he will be a major part of that new series. So, yeah, so there's some hope for this book.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Great book. Right, next one.
Not a great way to start, but
here we go.
X-Men.
Here we go. We talked about this last week. In fact, I titled my video, "Is now the time to sell your X-Men 1?"
Probably not.
Well, I don't know. Has it gone down again, Alan? I might have been. It's gone down again. Might have been the right time.
So this is 7,500 for a 3.0, first appearance of all the X-Men, all the classic X-Men. Yeah, it's like
not a bad looking 3.0, is it?
Not a bad looking 3.0, actually. There's two variations of this book. There's the dark green and the light green. This is the dark green.
Okay.
The cover strike.
I didn't know that. Right, it's still quite nice. Comes off quite well as a 3.0, doesn't it?
Yeah. So yeah,
what do you reckon? Well, on the basis that the previous 5 have all been down.
No, I know this one's down because I remember, I think this was around the 10,000 mark even recently. So
7.5. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yes, it is down. But it is slightly up versus here. If you look,
yeah, what was the previous sale?
the previous sale was 7.
Okay, so a little bit up. Actually, not too bad. I mean, it's a new, according to Comic Tom sort of style, they would say, "Oh, it's up 10% from the 12-month average."
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, mm,
that's not great. But yeah, what was it selling for? Like 30 or something crazy,
oh, something ridiculous. 17,500.
Oh, okay, not as bad as I thought. Okay, good. 17,000. It's down to 7.
7.
So you lost
You've lost,
10,000,
you've
which
only
is
lost 10 grand.
yeah, that's nothing. Nothing between friends. Yeah, so you lost like 80% of the value,
Yeah.
70% of the value, 70, yeah, about 70% of the value.
Okay. Is this stabilized? I don't think so. I think this is going to come down again.
Yeah, I think so. It still has room to go down,
It does, yeah.
which is sad. So that 7,000 actually might have been a high price as well. Probably 6,500 is probably closer to the actual. So what was it pre-COVID?
Well, if you take this point here, it was
Yeah.
4,000 May 2020.
Oof. So it has a lot more room to go down. So maybe even down to 5,000, which would be,
This is everybody's grail, isn't it? You know, you meet anybody,
yeah.
they all want an X-Men one or a
But
big.
it's not that rare. If you look at the census, I think there's like 5,000 copies or something, or 6,000 copies.
Oh, yeah, similar to the Spidey one, 6,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
Yeah,
one
guys,
where
you know, if you want rare comics, you need to go and buy SpongeBob. The entire
SpongeBob, yeah.
the entire print run of SpongeBob was there's less than 6,000 generally. So, and
Hmm.
only half of those will have survived because kids ate them. So, yeah,
Hmm.
if you want a rare comic, go and buy SpongeBob.
I
Right.
used to feed my kids SpongeBob. They
Yeah.
would like,
Yeah.
put it on their cereal, and it was good. They ate SpongeBob all the time. Okay. Joking. Good fiber. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, X-Men 1. Oh well. Sad to see it going down. But okay.
Uh,
So
all right.
hopefully we got some good news in the
Coming.
next book.
Oh, here we go. There he is.
Another big arachnid one that you like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if is
what's
it faded or is it just me?
what is Spider-Man actually doing there? Is it sort of what's
He's
he
trapped.
is he
He's
trapped?
trapped. Yeah, they
Oh,
trapped him.
okay.
Yeah, but it looks weird. It looks like he's in like a one of
You know,
those.
he says the Fantastic Four think I'm trapped. They don't suspect my real power. So he's dressed up as a spider. He's got web hanging from him. What? Why does he think they don't know what his power is?
Well, he's actually a butterfly in this
Oh,
episode.
okay, all right.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You know, if you
You're
don't
sort of advertising what your real power is when
exactly,
you,
you know, there's a bit of a clue on your costume, mate. Right.
yeah. I
Uh,
always thought it was weird that Spider-Man had the webbing in between his like arm and like his body. I always thought that was weird.
yeah, yeah, that didn't last long, did it? Right.
Mm,
Here we go. So how much did this cost? Silly amount of money. Yeah, $10,800 for a 4.5.
yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go down.
I'd say it's slightly down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's down. Yeah. Right, Alan, I was looking at this earlier.
Okay.
1,800. Yeah, this was that
Okay.
sale there. You could have this has got between May, if you'd bought one of these in January 18,
Oh wow. Before COVID, by the way. Yeah.
5 years ago, you've lost money.
Wow. So it's actually below even pre-COVID
Yeah,
numbers.
well,
Actually, it looks like it was on
I'm
a.
looking at that blip, that small blip there, which was March
I
28th.
think that's around when probably announcements of the new Spider-Man movie or something like that, right?
But even
And it
just
looks like
even
it had actually a downtrend up to
I
COVID.
think this is in danger of going. It has gone below pre-COVID prices.
I think actually this is the correction that we were supposed to get if there wasn't COVID.
Yeah,
Like, so if you look, it was actually on a downward trend because it had spiked
and it
off
was
its
down.
own trend line.
It was down from there.
So if you go before that first spike, and then right in there, what's that price?
That price was 6.5. That little down dip there.
Yeah, so that's probably what it should
2017,
be.
2017. Yeah.
So I'd say like 7,000,
Oh
8,000 range
gosh. This is for a
would,
collector at one stage sold for 24,000.
wow.
I mean,
Again, like
yeah. I mean,
it's,
what you want to be is the person who bought one at 6,000 and then sold it at 26,000.
yeah, just timing. So yeah, so what's the census on this one? It's really high as well, I believe.
Yeah, 6,000, isn't it? Oh no, sorry.
No, okay.
4743.
Actually not too bad compared to some of the other ones, but still lots of them out there. Now this is one where I think it's a hit or miss for most people. I think some people like the cover, like I like the cover. A lot of people don't. So
It's okay.
I
Can't get excited about it.
don't know.
Right.
I always liked it. So
Right.
okay.
So not good news for Spidey fans. We probably
And we still have more Spidey news to do later, but we'll get to that.
right, here we go. This is another
Iron,
this is the first appearance of Iron Man, I do believe.
yeah, Tales of Suspense 39.
There he
And
is.
actually, okay, so just zoom in on it. Zoom. Okay. Now this one is one of the not that far, a little bit back. There we go. So this is one where if you look at the Iron and then Man, there's like the quotes on the next to the
Yeah,
eye.
yeah,
There should, if on certain cuts, like on my copy,
yeah.
there's actually the quotes on the other side, and that's a more desired copy. Okay.
Well, it's obviously been trimmed off it. I mean, it's got
No, it's not been trimmed. It's just the way sometimes when they cut the book, or when they
yeah, it's where
the
the
centering is yeah. So this one doesn't have that, and also at the bottom, if you go down,
yeah,
scroll down on it, or yeah, you got to shift it up. So sometimes that bottom panel will get chopped as well.
yeah,
And so those two things that if you can have like this one actually has the complete bottom panel. It almost looks like they were going to do another panel, but it's actually just a table, but this shows the full table. So this is considered a good cut on the bottom, but not a good cut on the side. If that makes
what
sense.
in this panel here on the left? What is this bit he's lifting up here?
That's his chest piece and helmet.
Oh, okay, all right.
Makes
Oh,
sense?
yes, I've got it. It's that bit. Yeah,
Is
right.
that bit? Yeah.
Yeah. How does he get his head in?
Well, I don't know that. That doesn't really make sense because you would have to have the helmet and the chest piece being different. And also you can't really get your body into a chest piece if it's one piece. You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
It should be,
Yeah,
there's no way you can slide your body into
I
that.
don't think they've thought this through enough.
Yeah, the same artist did this as the one that did Thor, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Another
That's true.
another conversation for you to have with Kirby, I think. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
It's Kirby, isn't it?
Jack Kirby cover, I
Don
think. Yeah,
Heck. No. Well, it says Don Heck, Steve Ditko, Gene Colan art, Jack Kirby, and Don Heck cover. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So
Okay. So how's this one done, Alan? A 5.0, which is a pretty high grade.
yeah,
10,800.
yep. And
Um,
I think it's down would be my guess, but not down that much actually, not too bad. It's
well,
kind of going back to the trend line.
sort of hovering around here, isn't it? It's flattened. It's flatlined, sort of.
Yeah, but it looks like it's actually kind of a little bit up. Like, if you look at the absolutely dropped where it hit the bottom,
No,
then it's kind of gone back up a bit.
no, it's this last one's down here.
I know, but it's still up over that. Like, what's the very bottom of that
Uh,
full dip?
so 8-9 you'd claim was the start of COVID. Uh,
Yeah.
9,000. So it's about yes, maybe on the trend line, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I'd say it's back on the trend line.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll buy
So
that.
not too bad. You
No.
know, how many of these on the census? Again, these are like one of those mid numbers.
Yeah, there won't be a huge amount of these. Two seven, 2 7.
Yeah, so a pretty low census for this book.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people have fond memories of Iron Man.
Yeah.
So, you know, he wasn't a key character until the movies, really.
No, he wasn't.
Um, so I think, this is back on trend, I would say, and like not too bad. I think it's one of those books that, now would be the time to pick it up if there's any, spec, related to the character coming back, then it might go up again. But still a great character.
Yeah, I agree. Right. Last one. Guess what it is? Here we go.
Your favorite book.
And he's got the webs under the arms again.
Yeah, I told you. I think most of the time he has that. I always thought it was weird though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to help with his air resistance, is it?
I think it's more that he's supposed to use it for gliding.
Yeah.
But
4
yeah.
5. It's got a lot of Marvel chipping on it.
Yeah. That's very typical for this book. But at least the Marvel chipping is just sort of like along the spine. It's not along the opening. What's the spine? What's the opposite of the spine? The opening? The
From
right side, I guess.
Yeah,
We could call it the right side.
yeah,
But yeah, so I mean it's not detracting away from that center panel, like center feature where Spider-Man is. So I think it's reasonably good presenting copy.
yeah, not bad. Some silly price, I guess. Yeah, $36,000.
Yeah. And I know this is down just based on the number.
Oh, yes, here you go. This is another one. Look, Alan, 36.
And it had two spikes, which is interesting. Look at the other spike. There's two spikes on this book. I think there was an outlier crazy sale. Like way back when. What's that first spike? That big one.
A big one. That looks like a one-off. That was 78,000. But look at this, Alan. If I go there, this is March 2017. So that's 6 years ago. This sold. This sold for $37,000, and 6 years later, it's gone nowhere.
Yeah, that is so sad. And this is like one of the biggest, I'd say the biggest Marvel key out there.
Yeah. So unfortunately, if you invested in this 6 years ago, your money's gone nowhere. You might as well put it under your bed.
Yeah. But I'd say at least it's back on that going nowhere train. I always thought this book had that problem with it. It's like it's one where there's just enough copies of it that it doesn't really merit the value.
Yeah, 3,787.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, and what did somebody pay for this? Somebody paid $85,000 for it. So,
Well, I mean, this book is one of those ones that really got hurt by the massive $3.65 million sale of the 9/6, right?
yeah.
Where that kind of, it must be a really great book to get. Everyone jumped on it. The prices went through the roof. I remember like the prices tripling within a couple weeks. And that's what we're seeing. It's just like crazy prices, and then it just goes back to where it has always been.
I mean, this is still a very expensive book. I mean, if they were
Yeah.
$36,000 for a 4/5, I mean, it's is this the most expensive comic in the world?
No, it isn't. It used to be.
Yeah.
but it's not anymore. But definitely one that a lot of people want.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those books. Take a look at the like 1.0 or 2.0 prices. I bet you they didn't suffer as much. People want to get this book.
Don't know.
I don't know. Actually, it seems to suffer a lot. Maybe I'm mistaken in that. But this is the 1.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your entry level copy.
Yeah.
It
So
looks like actually.
if I go back to 2019, it's 14,000 and then for 12,000 now. Yeah. So in 4 years, it's gone down.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm mistaken on that one. I would have thought it would have maintained its price a little bit better because there's more people kind of targeting that entry level copy.
32 down to 12. So it's just performed as badly as the 4.5.
Yeah. So actually, this might be the time to pick this one up. You
Yeah.
know, if it's below what it was 6, 7 years ago,
Yeah.
it seems like a really great time to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to have a bounce back. This is definitely going to bounce back, but it's a question of when, isn't it? Is it going to
Yeah.
further? Is it going to continue to go down? I mean, trends are difficult to change, so it'll be interesting.
I mean, if you look at the overall trend line, it looks like it's going up, but I guess it's still down from that peak.
Right? Yeah, it's down from that sale there in 2019.
Wow, that's crazy. So, yeah. So this is one of those books where not a great investment. Not a great investment.
Well, it hasn't
But a
been
cool book.
cool book, but it hasn't been a good investment in the last 5 or 6 years. Uh,
Mm,
yeah, if you bought one in the last 3 or 4 years, you're probably losing money on this one.
yeah. It's sort of like one of those ones where it's like stuffing the money under your mattress. You're not going to win by doing that.
No, I mean, my guess is long term, if you wait another 15 years, you're probably going to be happy. But
Well, I don't know if you'll be happy even then. I don't think it's going up, but is it going up faster than some
there's
others?
too
You're
many
going to
of
put
them.
your money into something else.
Yeah, there's too many of them, really, isn't there? I mean, if I look at that
Hmm.
wall behind you, Alan, I bet none of those have got 2,600 copies.
No, no. Though I do have AF-15 way up there.
Okay.
So
So that one does. And you've got a Silver Surfer. You've got a Fantastic Four up there as well. That's probably got some.
yeah, those ones are pretty common.
Yeah.
But I just have those because they're placeholders. I'm going to put something else there. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad to see. Well, we got one up, and it's on my channel, so people have to come over to my channel and see the
Yeah,
one up.
go onto Alan's channel, you'll see the one up, and we did 10 comics between us, and there were nine Marvels, all were down, and there was one DC was up.
And I didn't cherry pick these sales to find bad ones. I just said, okay, I'm going to look at the biggest sales, and this is what you get.
I presume, hopefully we're not here in a year's time, still looking at comics coming down.
Yeah, that'd be very sad. Very, very sad.
At some point, these need to stabilize, go flat for a bit.
Well, that's why I like doing the Golden Age hot list. It's like everything's going up, everything looks good. It's sky's blue, everything beautiful.
Yeah. What about Bronze Age? I think
We did Bronze Age. I think, yeah, you'd see it would be much more of a bloodbath, actually. I mean, these, books are a little bit more rare, right?
yeah, yeah.
I think the worst is probably Copper.
Okay.
Copper is because Copper is where there was enough being produced, where there's no scarcity to the
No.
books. So, and yeah, it can be just
Yeah, but they
sad.
never went up in value, did they? I mean, X-Men 1 never went up, did it? It's never been worth anything.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, that's
Yeah,
more. I'm thinking that's
I'm talking-
modern.
yeah, okay.
That's more modern.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that book, yeah. I mean, that's got 5 million print run and stuff like that. So it's yeah, that book is still, I think actually if you bought it in the 90s, it'd be more expensive back then than it is now. Because it was like, oh, this is going to be a big book. We're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it.
I do sell it. I do sell it occasionally on my whatnot shows. I can generally get 15 to 20 quid for one of for an X-Men one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's big money.
Yeah.
Big money for that book.
Yeah. I don't tell them that there's 8 million of them, but you know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, that is a book that I don't think it would be a bad thing to use it as insulation for housing. You know, like Action One is it's sad when people put those inside their in their walls, but X-Men One, the '90s copy, I definitely do whatever you want with that. You know, line bird feeders with it. Do whatever you want with it. But just it's not a great book. But yeah, so that's the week. This is yeah,
Right.
this is the week.
Okay, that is it for this week. That is your lot. Tune in next week to find out if any Marvel comics are ever going to go up again.
I'm going to cherry pick it and just say, oh wow, look, the whole market's going up.
I think we'll spot that, Alan. Okay.
It'll be really obvious.
Cheers.